So guys, after some online racing and watching Dave Cameron of Dave Cam's fame, also Billy Strange, all those guys that do iRacing vlogs, they've really inspired me. And as you can see, I've been on iRacing for a long time. I've got all the cars. 2013 I think I started, and there's all my licenses. I'm not very good, as you can see, but I love the concept and I love sim racing. Really delved into this platform quite a lot, but I was never very good, and I was always quite threatened by it. And that's one of the things that came out from listening to the guys, is that don't be scared, just go out there, get a program together. So this was where I started, 2013. You see I had a long run there where I was tickling 2000 but never got to 2000. And then there was a flat line because I just stopped, I quit. And then there was this COVID madness where 3 or 4 races I just dropped straight down to the toilet, and that's where I decided I'm going to start from scratch. So there I started from scratch, gone up a bit. So this is the story of me getting up a bit. So there we go, race 1, Skip Barber, Tsukuba. So there's me, as you saw. Busy race. I just want to keep out of trouble, hugging the apex. This is my first race online in 2-3 months. Let's see what happens. Okay, so there, first welcome of course is this thing. Now that really upset me afterwards, because there is no contact. You know, this net code, there's something wrong. If you look at the slow-mo here, there's absolutely no contact. And in fact, he was drifting to the left already. So there shouldn't have been contact, and of course there's mayhem behind me. So yeah, that upset me a lot, because, you know, the net code should be better than this. Sorry, there's no contact there, but I got punted. It's a net code issue. If I've got 30 or 60 ping, I don't want to be on a server that's got 150 ping drivers. So the verdict is, yeah, it's shite. It was rubbish. It was really rubbish on that level. I finished 12th, you know, yeah, I rejoined, but it was rubbish, okay? So, race 2. Again, starting way back, just gonna, you can see, I just want to stay out of trouble. But you see what happens. There's a guy here, that guy with the, on the left with the black and yellow car. He just wreaks proper mayhem. Again, I don't see much touch initially, then eventually he plows into me, of course. But I start moving before he hits me. Then there's this mayhem here, and I'm really slowing down. This guy, again, he cuts through me, takes out my wing, and the guy doesn't stop. He just ruins people's races. And I just think that a guy like that is just, yeah, I don't know why he's on iRacing, unless I'm seeing it wrong. You know, of course, there's always 2 sides to every story, but this becomes inexplicable. So I'm going now, and I've got no wing. I don't really know what to do, if I should pit or not. The car seems all right. And yeah, I just keep at it, you know, just sort of, there's another guy broken down. So the first laps I realized I'm absolute mayhem. So here we go, and the guy in front of me, same guy, he brake tests me, and then he turns in front of me. So that's my car, it's buggered. So I carry on driving, thinking, well, let's see what happens, and it starts feeling strange, and lo and behold, you know, I lose a wheel. So, you know, again, seriously, I don't know what to say. I was gobsmacked. Again, terrible result, and I'm sure my iRating, I don't even look at my iRating, that's how scared I am. Anyway, on to race 3, and again, mayhem everywhere. I tag a guy, and yeah, again, compromised my race. But anyway, had some good battles, you know, got back on, you know, just went through that whole towing 1.5 minutes that just lasts forever, and got into a really good race with this chap, and quite a few chaps, and it was quite cool. I mean, I must say that when you have a good race compared to when you have a bad race, the feelings are just unbelievable, you know. But again, for me, I get tagged. I don't know why I get tagged. Maybe I brake too early, whatever the case, you know. Again, compromised, but enjoying the driving, enjoying the fact that you can actually race these things, and you can actually reel in people. And you know, even with a broken car, you can still drive. You know, you can see my wing there, and again, you know, some guys are respectful, others aren't, and you know, so it just depends. You have to judge a guy and you see what kind of moves he's doing, and then you can sort of get more confident driving alongside him, etc. So, like this guy, you know, you can see he's giving me space. You can see he's respectful. So I'm going to do the same for him, like I do here. So, you know, I like that. I like the fact, and you see, he came off the brakes. He could have punted me. He came off the brakes. Better, you know, improved my position, single digits. So let's move on to the next one. Race 4, Skip Barber again, Tsukuba. I like the concept of driving these small tracks because you get to learn them really quickly, and these little cars don't need, you know, big tracks. Again, mayhem behind. Yeah, it shouldn't happen. And we move on, you know. This guy nearly took me out. Thankfully he hit the brakes, which suggests that, you know, maybe he's not an idiot. And so what I found is, what I learned very quickly, is you have to be aware of what guys are driving and what guys are just shunters, you know. And fortunately and unfortunately, most of the guys get eliminated. The shunters get eliminated early on. And at the moment I'm one of those, but if you can get past the shunt area, there, boom. That was my fault 100%. Okay, we were dicing for 4th place, and I shouldn't have turned in as early as I did. And again, compromised myself and paid the price. You know, I was gunning for top 3, top 4 there, maybe even top 5. But yeah, without a wheel it was a problem. But I thought, okay, I'll Gilles Villeneuve it across the line. Verdict, interesting. I might not have got a good result. Could have got a lot better, but I made my own mistake, and I put my hand up to that. I could have been in the top 5, definitely. So I'm pumped now. I'm ready for race 5. It's end of the race week, so I need a result. And I start from the highest point I've ever started. So I thought I'd do qualifying properly. And I think, again, you avoid that stuff. You avoid the stuff behind you. Now, if I'd been 3-4 places back, I would have been in that shunt. So what I've got to do is I've got to qualify. That's the important thing. I've got to qualify as high as I can. And if that gets me like top 3 rows, then it's good. Then you're with guys like this. You these 4 guys. You can see they're racing hard, they're pushing, and it's proper racing. This is now me in my element, and I'm really loving this. You can see you can run close. The pings are great. I'm not driving in America with like, you know, 10 other Europeans on 150 ping, and then 6 or 7 Americans on 60 ping, or 35 ping I've even seen. So, you know, like that, you can see you can drive close, you can almost rub wheels, and that's how it's got to be. There's got to be an option in iRacing where you can say, if my ping is not below 100, I don't want to hit the server, and it kicks you out. Okay, having said that, the guy did crash into me, but he did apologize immediately. He did, and he didn't attack eventually, because, you know, yeah, good. Credit to him for doing what he did, and my wing was gone. Yeah, Gary Piper, take a bow, because he did prang me. He did kind of spoil my race a little bit, but I wasn't going to win that race. But we had a fantastic battle, and I say to Gary Piper, that's the kind of guy I want to meet on iRacing, because he did punt me, and he did immediately apologize and apologized afterwards. And that's why I'm going to go move on with this sim racing, because there are decent people in this game.